views. Rufus and Craig Show, Rufus and Craig Show. Real talk every single day. Rufus and Craig Show, Rufus and Craig Show. Welcome to the show. Let's play. News that's hot, sports that's real. Culture conversations tell you how we feel. Rufus and Craig Show, Rufus and Craig Show. Sit back, relax, and stay. You're with Rufus and Craig today. Rufus and Craig Show, Rufus and Craig Show. Real talk every single day. Rufus and Craig Show, Rufus and Craig Show. Welcome to the show. Let's play. Rufus and Craig Show. Rufus and Craig Show. Talking sports, culture, news. Giving you the latest views.
That's our new intro. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the Rufus and Craig Show. I'm your wonderful host, Craig.
And I'm Rufus.
Yeah. Happy Sunday, Rufus. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Good morning.
Today, as the world would have it, our schedules didn't align yesterday, but I'm excited to be here with my brother today. And happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday on this Sunday before Father's Day, I believe. Correct?
Oh, wow.
I think Father's Day is next Sunday.
Well, shout out to all the dads and fathers.
And father figures.
Yeah. Shout out to you. We commend you, Kings. And happy Pride Month.
And happy Pride.
In true fashion. I think we ought to start the show today with Stefon Diggs because he has charted the entire week, and some people say the jokes write themselves. I don't necessarily agree with that. But one thing, Rufus, if you remember, all of those headlines surrounding Stefon Diggs and those allegations that were made by his former personal chef, well, the NFL has officially wrapped up its review, and according to reports, the league has found that there wasn't enough evidence to support any disciplinary action. So Diggs has been cleared by the NFL. The case is closed from the league standpoint, and he's free to continue his career in the NFL without any restrictions. And we love to see a black man working. He is black, right? Or is he Dominican or anything? Because I know we can look
His name
anyway.
is Diggs, Diggs. Does that sound Dominican to you?
I wouldn't know. I depend on you.
I don't know if he's Dominican or not, but based on his last name, I'd have to be inclined to say no, he's not. Why don't I look it up? Let's see.
No, you're good. We'll appreciate that. You're good to do so. And the beauty of that is, while social media and the public had its opinion, and the league pretty much took its time to really investigate and before they made a decision. So I guess he got his due process on the league side as it relates to that. And one thing that took precedence as it relates to Stefon Diggs is his Bottega bag. Is it Bodega?
Bottega Bonetta?
Goyard bag. Goyard bag.
It's a Goyard.
Shout out to my baby for giving me that. But Goyard bag. That's he in a pink Goyard bag made an appearance Wow.
With that bucket hat on?
Yeah, and he had his belly out.
It looked real zesty.
Yeah, they call him a Butch Queen.
It was giving Butch Queen.
Yeah.
But we love a Butch Queen over here. So, but if he is a Butch Queen, then good to you. But based on Wikipedia, he's from Gaithersburg, Maryland, and it does not mention anything about him being Dominican.
Okay. Or Cuban, whatever. Yeah,
I
didn't know he was from Maryland.
I didn't. He's just a black man from America.
Keeping a black man working. And so on a separate matter as it relates to him, a federal judge is reportedly demanding more detailed answers about his relationship with Chris Blake Griffin. And that's the man that has been accusing him in the sexual assault lawsuit.
Oh.
And so the judge wants more info, because Diggs pretty much said, hey, we're simple acquaintances. And so while this is a civil court case, separate from the NFL investigation, it's still ongoing. And if you remember that case, that's the one where the guy pretty much said, he was sexually assaulted. They were driving. I don't know if he said, I'm not going to say he was drugged or anything like that, but whatever it was, supposedly, Diggs pulled out his member in front of him in the car, and they got in the house, and somehow Chris got robbed later. It's a lot.
It's giving Dwight Howard and
Miss Kitty.
Cookie Kitty.
Miss Kitty. That was one hardened ass trans. Miss Kitty was hardened. That girl was hardened. Her wig was
Well,
kind of shifty
I
and
mean, you know that trans people come in multiple
ooh.
packages just like we do, so everybody's not gonna be the same way.
She's a trans that couldn't pass though. You just saw her
Well,
sitting up
a
in that
lot of a
room.
lot of trans people can't pass
Oh, I think I've heard T.S. Madison called them bricks when she said,
bricks. A brick. A lot of trans girls are bricks, and it's okay because you can be a brick if you want to.
"Well, Miss Kitty was definitely a brick. She
A
was
brick.
not passing."
I don't know what she look like. I ain't never seen her.
Oh, I'm gonna find you a picture.
I'm gonna have to go Google it when I get
You
up
should look
later
Miss
on.
Kitty up. Miss
I
Kitty.
don't know how to Google it though, because Miss Kitty it's like so. I feel like it's so common. They don't know what I'm
Mm-mm.
talking
If you
about.
put Dwight Howard, Miss Kitty,
Ah,
you'll see her.
there we go.
Yes, all in how you query. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Moving right along. So this is a story that really impacts a lot of the work. Not necessarily impacts a lot of work I do, but I work with black men that play basketball at HBCUs. And this is actual. I went to Alabama A&M University, so our rival institution in the state was Alabama State University. And so, this kind of touches on economy. We always highlight economy and then the social aspects of sports. And so, just following that, Alabama State University. Um, woo! I would never want any federal investigators in my business or in my life in any kind of way. And
Nor
so,
would I.
yeah, what the claim is that four former Alabama State basketball players have allegedly agreed to throw a game for a combined, guess what, Rufus?
A combined benefit of somebody.
$2,000.
Damn, they should have charged more.
Not $200,000.
They should have
Not
charged
2 million.
20,000.
$2,000 total.
But you said they were college students.
Yeah.
Okay, well that kind of tracks because hell, you might need $2,000 in college to eat with.
Yeah.
You know.
So what the allegations have said is that two of the players got a whopping $700 each, and the other two got a whopping $300 each.
So wait,
And
where the
yeah,
other $1,300 and $1,500 in?
so 1,400 plus 600. So two of the players got 700, and the other two got 300 apiece.
They
So
got short changes.
1,400 plus 1,600. So it was combined. Remember, the $2,000 was combined,
Oh,
not
for
per
all.
person.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's the
wow. Okay,
breakdown. Yeah,
got it.
absolutely. And so when you think about that, for some, that might be a car note, a utility bill,
That's
or
all it's gonna be. Some gas money.
or
Shit,
a
I thought I was
weekend
thinking
trip
in
to
my mind. I'm
Sam's
thinking it's
Club.
$2,000 per person.
No, combined. They got that
Shit, nah.
combined.
Yeah,
So
they hustling backwards. Fuck that.
yeah. So, here's the part that gets me. So just a few months later, one of the same players hit the game-winning shot that gave Alabama State its first NCAA tournament victory in the school's history. Now, at that time, everybody was celebrating, this incredible HBCU sports moment. And now people are looking back wondering what else is going on, in our Cynthia Bailey voice. And so if you fast forward to today, the NCAA has reportedly hit all four players with lifetime bans, and two of
Oh
them are
wow.
also facing federal wire fraud and bribery charges. So
Wow. So they can't even play in the college sports league anymore.
they out.
That's
And
crazy.
previously we reported on I think it was the NFL sports betting, and so the money isn't just changing the games; it's changing the decisions people make. You
Hmm.
know, you're talking about
Well,
athletes risking scholarships, degrees, and careers, and potentially
yeah,
their freedom over a few $100s. That's what
literally
I
a
just can't
few.
get with.
Although they've been banned from playing college level sports, I really hope that they can still get their education and pursue whatever career that they want to do outside of football, because that's
Basketball.
terrible. Basketball, I'm sorry.
It's all
I'm not a
good.
sports guy.
It's all
Yeah,
good. It's
that's
all good.
terrible.
You do good to keep up, so it's all right. Yeah.
Hmm.
In other news, now pivoting to football, because I was saying football. Speaking of thinking of FIFA,
That
traffic.
country coming out.
Deion Sanders, Rufus. I saw something online. Again, this is close to home. I was at JSU at the same time. Coach Prime or Deion Sanders was. He and his three children. And so I saw this online. This sparked a big debate. Now, the claim is that Deion Sanders has a policy at Colorado where freshmen can't earn NIL money until their sophomore year because, in his words, making money from this sport is a privilege. If you're playing on my team, you have to earn that. And so
Mm.
that's my best impression of Deion Sanders. Now,
Mm.
whether this specific report is accurate or not, I actually think that there's a larger conversation that's interesting, right? So because, the NIL, has changed college athletics so much that some players are arriving on campus focused on brand deals before they've even played, even a single
Mhm.
snap, passed the ball, thrown the ball, got a tackle, anything, you know, part of me understands the argument. You want players to be focused on development, academics, and earning their place on the team before the money starts flowing. But the other side of me says if a freshman can legally earn money
And
from
why
his
not?
name, image, and likeness, why would anybody tell him he has to wait? So Prime, I'm kind of, you look at the, following what we just know about the Alabama State players, because
Yeah,
evidently you needed that $300.
yeah.
You know what
I'm
I'm
in.
saying?
I'm in alignment with your thoughts. I agree that like if it's my name, my likeness, my image, I should be able to capitalize off that, just like the college and or university can, because they make millions and millions of dollars off of jerseys and apparel from players, and I don't think they get a scholarship and that's it. Like, give me a percentage of this, because this is my name. Also, I hear that Deion Sanders is now cancer free, so congrats to him.
Yeah, shout out to a black man being cancer free. He beat that. So, and shout out to the physicians that helped him through that with those treatments.
Okay, all right,
Absolutely.
right.
Now we gotta do a follow up story. This is
Oh,
this is the unfortunate gift that keeps on giving to us, and we don't want it. Jonathan Cooper, come to the front of the class. We got to talk to you again because this is just if
okay.
my daddy was here, he would say leave those white women alone. And
Now wait a minute.
so that's his
Can
baby
we?
mom.
Can I get a refresher on who Jonathan
Yeah,
Cooper is?
absolutely. We got a follow up story. And last week we talked about Denver Broncos linebacker Jonathan Cooper. This is the guy that ate the cell phone. Had the
Oh,
domestic event, got the two
okay.
charges. So the
With the
re
steel jaws.
yes, yes. The reason this case is back in the news is because Cooper was arrested a second time after authorities alleged that he violated a court issued protection order related to the original domestic violence case. Now,
Mm.
prosecutors, got to get that out, right? Speaking of steel jaws, I guess I done got it. Have also added four new charges, and that includes a felony assault by strangulation charge.
Ooh.
So this isn't just a reminder of the original arrest. This case has evolved, and so those new charges have been filed, and Cooper is now facing additional legal challenges as the matter moves through the courts. And of course, the Denver Broncos are pretty much abstaining, or they refuse to say
They're,
anything
yeah.
as they
They're,
seen it.
they're protecting their brand.
And I went to his page, and he talks a lot about it seems like he was a spiritual man, a family man. He may have, give or take, 18 to 20 posts on Instagram, but he seemed like he was solid, right? You see his
Hmm.
images with family, but we just never know um, what happens when you get home. So, yeah.
And they don't play about them protective orders. I don't know about in Colorado, but in Texas, if you got a protective order against you and you're at that location, you're going to jail. It's mandatory that you have to go to jail. So,
Somebody got to go. Damn.
well, in that one, it ain't somebody, it's whoever the protective order is against you.
Oh, yeah,
The,
PTO.
the, the statute says you shall make an arrest.
Damn.
Not you may or you can, you shall. So that means you have to make the arrest.
Damn. 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 Well, I have taken a personal interest in this because I always talk about the money, and you and I both agree about the mental health aspect of it. So, woo, here we go, here we go, and pivoting to our last sports story today comes from Rufus's great state of Texas. James Harden ass got arrested. He
He
got
plays for
arrested.
he's the basketball player for
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
with the beard, right? For the
Former,
Rockets.
that's right, that's him.
Okay.
NBA former NBA
Now
MVP.
what the fuck he get arrested for?
He has found himself in this news for everything but basketball. And so he was arrested on Saturday, yesterday early morning, on an unlawful carry charge after police allegedly
Oh,
found a firearm in plain view inside, his vehicle without a holster. And
yep.
so now, according to the court records, he was released from the Harris County Jail and didn't have to pay the $100 bond as long as he appears in courts on the 22nd. And
Yeah.
so,
UCW is not a big deal, like
yeah,
at all. I can't remember what's the penalty group for it, but it's not like a big deal. And if you would have had that holster, it'd have been fine.
yeah, we are pretty much sure that he's just gonna show up now. Anytime a superstar athlete gets arrested, people gonna automatically start wondering, hey, what happened? But clearly we don't know everything at this point. But other than what has been released, so we definitely appreciate you and your thoughtfulness, Rufus.
My thoughtfulness. I was thoughtful about
Yeah,
something.
you kind of shared in that little blurb. That ain't too bad. So you kind of
I
cared.
mean, it's not unless it goes along with another charge, but it's not that big of a deal.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. And so now pivoting to our wow moment.
Mm. WOW.
Yeah, that's it. Now, Rufus, we've got to do another follow up.
Okay.
And we talked about the former Bethlehem police officer, Sean Rifle, who went to Love Island, USA. And if
Oh,
you, yeah,
are you? That man ain't black. Cause I could have sworn he was a black man.
I showed
Okay.
you him on the last show,
I thought I
and
saw on the internet that he was light skinned, but maybe I'm
mm-mm,
wrong. All right.
he looks Asian. Yeah, he's a
Okay.
Samoan or something. Yeah, it's an interesting blend. He's something.
What's his
Um,
name?
Sean Rifle. That's Sean, and last name is Rifle. That's Reifel. Check him out.
Like the gun.
So if you'll remember, this became a national story after the Bethlehem mayor, J. William Reynolds, publicly criticized his decision to leave the police department and go to the reality show. And the mayor's comments, really helped push the story beyond local news because everybody's like, why the hell would a mayor come out saying, hey, we're losing resources.
This
I
this ain't a black man.
You got to go the other way with it.
Which other
Yeah, who
way?
I be seeing is
That ain't a black
Asian.
man.
You should look and see. No, you can see. I sent them to you on Instagram. I'm sure you'll see him
Oh,
on there. Yeah, he's in your
this
Instagram DMs.
this ain't him.
Yeah, that's him. That man does not look black to me.
He look black to me. He mighty brown. He might be mixed, but he look
Well,
black.
we need to ask his mama because if you
Or
remember,
and his daddy.
yeah, she came forward to publicly defend her son, and she was saying that he had every right to pretty much pursue this opportunity because
And
it
he
made him
does.
happy, and that he was being unfairly criticized for his decision. And so, you know, well now it's been unfortunate, but since we got everybody's attention and all this stuff, Sean was unfortunately the first contestant to be eliminated from
Damn.
Love Island, USA, and he was sent home from the villa.
Put me in contact with him. I know somebody that's hiring.
Okay, well, we definitely will. We'll float a DM or email. I'm sure he may have booking information in his bio
Yeah.
at this particular point.
Well,
So after all these people weighed in, his TV run ended as almost as quickly as it started.
yeah. I'm sure he'll be able to leverage that into some other social media influencer, brand ambassador type of shit as well.
We can only hope. We
Yeah,
can
but
only
that
hope.
sucks though.
Yep. And our last wild story that kind of touches even more so on
You keep doing all these deep sighs, like you're just so sad to report on this. Are you sad?
it's the gift that keeps on giving, partly because you and I both watch this show. And,
Uh-oh.
and it's out of obligation at this
Oh,
particular
the
point.
housewives.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it. So a lot of people on social media are really reacting to Real Housewives of Atlanta star Juice making $26,000 per episode, saying
okay.
that it's not the money that they expected and that they feel she is underpaid.
Okay. He, I disagree. $26,000 an episode is not
hmm
no small amount of money. How many episodes do they film in a season? 13,
You
14?
might get 16, 17 in a regular
Okay.
season and three-part reunion, so upwards of 20.
So 26 times 20.
And yeah, times
That's half a
20.
million dollars. That's half a
hmm
million dollars for doing a little bit of work, not even really working. You're walking around and you're
Eating.
socializing.
Yeah,
Like, why
eating.
are people, who the fuck in this real world that we live in makes $26,000 for a little bit of work
It's still
in
people
a short
making that
amount
a
of time?
year. I working higher here, so it's still people earning
Exactly.
twenty six
People,
thousand
people,
dollars.
People need to be realistic. $26,000 is not no small amount of money. I would love to make $26,000 a month, but I live
Yeah.
in a real world, so I don't.
So
But people need to wise up. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. And according to court documents, it pretty much says she made about $456,000 during the most recent season.
Hmm.
And, they people are just saying, hey, it's not giving what it's supposed to give. And others have pointed out, pretty much, it seems like it's a huge paycheck, but it gets, reduced quickly after your taxes, your
Well, yeah,
agents,
of
your
course.
publicists. And I think Drew herself has what, a 15-person team. So is everybody expected to eat off of this
Well,
four
that's
hundred
her
and
own.
$56,000 salary?
That's her choice to have that large of a team, and I would advocate that if she has the right tax professional, she can do like the president and not pay as much taxes as some people do based on their income.
Yeah, I think that money, and to your point, it went into Drew Sador LLC. So she,
Smart,
whatever she had, yeah, you're right. So she
smart.
is doing that. And speaking of
Yeah.
LLCs, shout out to CR Tech Services for our wonderful intro. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
As well as Amici Builders LLC, we appreciate you as well for your continued sponsorship. So
Definitely.
that's a wrap for our show today. We
That felt
appreciate you
so quick.
all. We're gonna give you back your Sunday. Rufus and I are signing out. We will see you next weekend.
Peace.
All righty.
All
Bye.
right, bye.